They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One of the surprises of the first round, the Seattle Seahawks selected running back Rashad Penny out of San Diego State. Highly regarded, but most people thought he would go in the 2nd round.
But he did have an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll run for it with Penny.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Chandler Jones coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On third down, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
He may be playing free safety while wrapped up in a corner's body, but Earl Thomas is the best center fielder in the game. He cleans up everything back there as far as I'm concerned. I think he just has intelligence, understands things, and boy, is he tough.
On third down, Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And down he'll go at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here we go on fourth down with Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Rosen on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Right side, Gresham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 12 yards and a first down. As David Johnson works his way back from the wrist injury, what are the hesitations, the cautions for him?
Well, number one, you want to make sure he's got full strength in the wrist because he's going to carry the football an awful lot, so ball security is important. And you definitely want to make sure there's flexibility there because he's been such a great pass catcher in the past. You want to make sure he gets back to being able to do that as well.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Byron Maxwell, the corner, in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Rosen to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. His throw incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Here we go now.
On second down, here's Rosen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. 3rd and goal, Rosen. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive. And finally, I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him. Made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? That's caught by Penning. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down. Here's a give to Penning. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Penny, the first down carry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, Wilson. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Dayon Buchanan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 yards there at a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. More from the desert after this.
19. Tempo. Gun. Shotgun. Zebra.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Brandon Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Out to kick is Janikowski. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Out to kick is Janikowski. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to take a shot. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
14.
On first down, Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go. Tempo. 12.
Now Wilson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
14.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left.
19. Shotgun. Zebra.
So that'll back him up 5. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Janikowski bangs it through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Let's see if that script is a good one for him. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Past the 20. Caught by Nelson left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the lead is down to a field goal. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's McKissick. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Bruce Carter. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Wilson on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Powers, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Kindici in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Leopard! Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Detroit! 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This quarterback now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Now Rosen on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Gotta go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. third down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Out to kick is Janikowski. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Here we go. Set. Green. Back 39. Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Gone, gone. Detroit.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Under pressure again, and And down he goes again. Frank Clark, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Third and long here for Rosen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. To throw on 2nd down, Wilson. And Dixon has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle and inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And Marshall's got it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. 23 yards on the play. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The best name in the NFL, Barkevius Mingo. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Gone! Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. A handoff to Penny. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on. What? 280. Good. Come on, tempo.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his third touchdown. Capitalize on the short field as they take it. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former first-rounder, Barkevious Mingo. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action here with Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Monday. Turbo.
Now it's the backup Bradford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Maybe a free play here for Bradford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand. Extra point try now for Dawson. Dawson tacks on the point after. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
He's back to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Caught right side, Gresham. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit! 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 Hot!
He'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rosen. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Rosen, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 2. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.